You matter, you have value, you have worth, you are important, you're beautiful, you're funny, you're kind, you're smart. Why are we tweaking? Why are we tweaking? Um, and I understand it's probably because you don't hear it enough from other people. I understand that you don't get the validation from the people that you desire. I understand that sometimes things can just be a little bit difficult when it feels like nobody is in your court, when it feels like nobody is there with you, next to you, helping you get to where it is you want to get to. But the thing is, my love, is that if you can't even see those things within yourself, how do you expect anyone else to see it? You got to embody it. You got to be it. You got to experience it. You got to feel that within yourself before you can even hope that anyone else can see it in you. And there are people around you that see it in you. And maybe you brush them off or you block them out whenever they tell you. And I'm here to tell you to listen to it. If someone tells you that you're pretty, believe it. Embody it. Be like, yeah, I am motherfucking pretty. Don't see it as a thing where it's like, oh, they're just saying that just to say it. No, people aren't just gonna say shit just to say shit. Okay, point blank, motherfucking period. Especially when it comes to positivity, they are not just saying shit just to say shit. If it's a negative thing, if they're telling you something ugly or something meaningless or whatever, most of the time it's just a shadow within themselves. And I've had to deal with that. You've probably had to deal with that. People in your life have had to deal with that, where it's like, you were at a certain point in your existence where you were not fully content with who you were. And maybe you lashed out on others because of that. Or maybe you said untruths to them and to yourself because of that. And what you need to understand is that that is just the ecosystem of life. That is what life is learning from our mistakes, learning from our past, and moving the fuck on. If you were a shitty person, if I was a shitty person, if they were a shitty person, it doesn't fucking matter that in the past it was happening like that. What matters is it happening like that now? Is your mom being a bitch to you right now? Is your family being fucking evil to you right now? Are the friends that you are with, are they doing that shit to you right now? If not, then we gotta fix what is happening up in here and stop seeing it in such a negative standpoint. And this is something that I need to hear. This is something that I feel like a lot of people need to hear. And it's just, it's so difficult to embody it when you have been conditioned to believe the opposite. It is so difficult to embody true, genuine self-love for oneself when it's engraved in your brain from the moment you could practically breathe and exist, that you were not worthy of that feeling, that you were not worthy of love, that you were not worthy of being cared for and being seen as something that is fucking important. I know it's very difficult to move past it, especially when you have those voices in your head being like, with all the horrible negative shit that you once believed about yourself. But you need to understand that that is not you now. That is not you now. You are not the person that is in your past. You are not the person that people try to tell you that you are from your past. If you know for a damn fact you are not doing any of those things now. And sometimes you need to sit with yourself and you need to be with yourself to be able to figure that out and understand that, like, oh yeah, I am a different fucking person. I have grown from my past. I have grown in the last 10 goddamn years. And sometimes you just need to be there for yourself and understand that yes, you have changed. And yes, you have grown. And yes, you fucked up. And yes, you didn't fuck up. And yes, you made good decisions. And yes, you made bad decisions. And yes, you made decisions that might have fucking put you in the wrong goddamn freaking situation. But at the end of the day, those are the things and those are the little links that have happened to get you to where you are now. And it depends on how it is you continue your now that later on makes you realize, like, oh, okay, why am I depressed right now? What is making me sad right now? And if it's things that can't be changed or fixed within the next 10 minutes, then maybe we got to chillax on them, okay? Maybe you just got to find a little bit more acceptance in what is happening in the now. In the now, I can give you a couple things that are happening right now. I'm drinking a smoothie and I'm enjoying my smoothie. It's hot as fuck in my room. I'm not happy with how hot it is in the room, but I do know that by 3 p.m. it's going to start cooling down. What's another one? I'm not content with the fact that my freaking stupid ass rainbow catcher just doesn't want to work at the moment because I have no way of really hanging it up to be able to see the actual rainbows. But I mean, I can start tweaking on that and I can try to fix that. And that's something that's in the present. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, something that, at least for me, something that the loony bin taught me was living in the present, being in the present. What do you need right now? What do you want right now? What is something that will help you get to your next step in your existence? And even if it's a tiny little baby step, it doesn't matter. It's still a step. And something that the loony bin taught me was, you really got to take care of yourself, in the sense of, you got to feed yourself, you got to sleep, you got to give yourself treats, you got to do some art, you know what I mean? Do something creative, do something that gets you out of your headspace and onto paper, do therapy, things like that. Speak to people that are around you that make you feel good. And it's like, just continue doing that, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm weird for living life the way that I did in the loony bin, but the loony bin really did help me figure out more about myself and how I just do not pay attention to me because I'm worrying about everybody the fuck else. And you really got to start worrying about yourself. You know what I mean? Worry about your damn self, but like, not in a negative way, in a positive way. Like, worry about yourself. Like, who gives a fuck if those people are negative as fuck? Who gives a fuck if they're fucking assholes? If you have tried to get through to those people and they don't want to fucking get through to, then just move the fuck on. Go the fuck somewhere else. Sometimes the stud finder doesn't find the actual stud, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, if you are fucking going beep, 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 and you find it and you're trying to fucking da 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 da, and it's just not happening, then get the fuck away from it and go to a different part of the wall, girl. You know what I mean? Like, go and experience a different part of the wall and maybe put the stud finder down and maybe bring up some paint and maybe paint something on the goddamn wall. Like, if the thing doesn't want to be hung, then the thing does not want to be hung. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, learn how to move on. Learn how to move on from the things that are preventing you from being able to get to where you want to get to. Be comfortable with the idea that sometimes things are just not meant to be there in that moment. Sometimes things are just not meant to be hung up in that moment. Sometimes things are just not meant for that. And so it's just, move on. And I know it's so much easier said than done, but that's why it's a process. That's why it's a daily thing. It's a daily affirmation. It's a daily process. It's something that you go through and experience every single day. You have to choose yourself every single day. And I know it's difficult. It's so difficult, especially when we have the expectation of others and when we have the expectation in ourselves and when we have the embedded code from our childhood. And so I understand that it's difficult, but even just starting now, where it's like, let's say in this very moment, you're like, I'm so hungry, but I don't want to have to get up to go make food. Why? Why don't you want to get up to go make food? Because I'm lazy, because So you'd rather starve than just get up and go and make yourself something that your human body needs, because that's all it is in the end. You know what I mean? It's our physical formality that needs those things. It's not really the spiritual, but even the spiritual needs it. You know why, girl? Because, girl, they're getting tired of our bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. If you need to get up to go get water, if you need to get up to go piss, if you need to get up to go eat food, if you gotta freaking get out of the house because you're afraid of fucking what's gonna happen out there, just look at it in a positive light. Stop looking at everything so negatively. And I feel like that's something that prevents a lot of us from existing and being in ourselves and being in our life, is just the negativity. Like, everyone is just so fucking infiltrated by negativity and the what ifs, but in like a horrible way. Like, it's never like a, what if I like get super rich and famous? Like, it's never that. It's always like, what if I die? You know what I mean? So it's just like, stop thinking that way. Stop thinking that way. Like, chill. Calm down. What will happen. And we have no control over it. Whether we like to believe that we can control situations, at the end of the day, we don't really have control over many things. And so we need to become more comfortable with the idea that life is going to continue doing what it does. And then all our duty is to just do what we know we need to do in that moment. If we know we got to pay bills, then go and pay bills. If we know we got to drink some water, then drink some water. If we know we got to go shower, then go and shower. If we know we have to go and do something out in the outside world because we haven't been in the outside world in a while, then go and fucking do that. But do something that makes you happy. Do something that brings you joy. Like, if you enjoy going grocery shopping, then go grocery shopping. If you don't have any money to go grocery shopping, but you have the gas to be able to go to the grocery store, then just go to the fucking grocery store and walk around, bitch. Go look at shit. Go touch shit. Like, be a part of life in insignificant ways to make them significant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just exist. Be in existence. Be happy that you are here existing. And again, most of these things are things that I need to hear for myself. And also for you and for everyone. Everyone needs to hear this because it's the truth. You know what I mean? Just be happy with oneself. Anyways, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And I don't know. Hopefully some of this shit resonated. But I love you guys, and I'll see you later.